Hello, my name is Carol Smith. I'm a meteorologist with the National Weather Service, Los Angeles, Oxnard. NOAA's Climate Prediction Center announced this morning, March 5th, that El Nino has finally arrived. They issued an El Nino Advisory for spring of 2015, which will remain in effect until conditions no longer meet the criteria. They issue updates on a monthly basis. One critical aspect of this determination is the Oceanic Niño Index, which looks at sea surface temperature anomalies in the Niño 3.4 region. You may wonder how climate scientists forecast El Nino. First, note that El Nino Southern Oscillation is a coupled phenomenon. They look at sea surface temperature anomalies for an oceanic response, but also need to see an atmospheric response. This diagram shows a simplified version of the process. First, they check the Niño 3.4 region to see if sea surface temperatures have been above normal for a month or more. In this case, they have. Next, they look at whether or not sea surface temperatures will remain above normal for at least a few weeks or months. In this case, they are. Prior to March 2015, we did not see an atmospheric response. However, as of this month, we finally do see a weaker Walker circulation, which means we see an area of enhanced rainfall shifting from Indonesia to the Central Pacific. So we now do have El Nino conditions, although the strength is weak. The Walker circulation occurs over the equatorial region. It features east winds at the surface along the equator, and these are the trade winds. Rising motion is seen on the west side of the circulation, westerly flow aloft, and sinking motion on the east side. In ENSO-neutral conditions, what we've seen so far this winter, a typical Walker circulation has stronger trade winds, sinking motion, and dry conditions in the central equatorial Pacific with convection over the maritime continent. During El Nino conditions, the Walker circulation weakens with weaker or even reverse trade winds, and with rising motion and convective activity shift eastward to the Central Pacific. So what does the El Nino Advisory mean for Southern California precipitation? A weak El Nino means that we're really not expecting widespread or significant effects on the global climate weather pattern. In California, specifically, we tend to see little or no effect on precipitation from a weak El Nino, and in fact, the 3-month rainfall outlook from CPC shows equal chances over California, which means that we really have no climate signal over our area. Finally, El Nino tends to have the strongest influence during the wet winter months. At this point, we're nearing the end of that time already, which is why you may hear people say that this El Nino is too little, too late. Finally, what's in store for the rest of 2015? The model ENSO predictions show increasing chances that El Nino will continue into the summer months. There's a 50 to 60% chance that this will happen, and even a chance that El Nino will continue into the final period, October, November, and December. Thank you for listening.